Hi all, I thought we could do a group of 3 puzzles today on chess mold. So if you're on chess mold, it's the play menu rated puzzles. Let's do a group of 3. So I'm going to choose this 579 puzzle and let's go. So black to play here. Queen takes f2, looks like a forcing move. Rook takes, there's knight g3 check there. King takes, check. I think that's it with rook h1. Yeah, I think there's forcing move. Before playing it, just have a quick check on that. So rook h6 and then rook h1. It looks fairly convincing to me. Let's have a look. So rook h6, rook h1. Okay, that was an easy one to start off with. Okay, let's go to the next one. So white to play. Queen takes, takes. What's going on here? Also, knight g5 is an idea. Knight f4 is an idea because it hits the queen. Knight f4 and rook's loose as well. So if takes, we could take on e8, and that's kind of mating after rook f8 takes. So knight f4 looks like a very strong idea. There's queen f3 check. No, it's blocked. It's actually blocking queen f3. That's actually a threat black has. Queen f3 as well. It looks as though knight f4, even if the rook takes here, takes, we're ready for rook e8 again. I think that must be it. Knight f4, surely knight f4. Hitting the queen. If we took first the knight f4, I think black could do other stuff. Well, there's bishop e4 check. I'm going to go with knight f4. I don't think that's too double-edged or anything. That looks fairly clear cut. Knight f4. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to go with knight f4 here. Yep, that's the one. So what game was this as well? Let's have a look at the game. Bob Barrow against Sveb. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So white to play here. This looks like g7's a soft spot. So if we play queen g3, actually we're double attacking on d6 as well. So say f6. If we take, though, black's just taking the rook here. I think it must be more than that, just taking the rook there. What if we play rook g4? If queen takes, takes, king moves. Take, check there. That's interesting as well. Hang on. No, I think there's something spectacular about this. That's not good enough either. There's something absolutely spectacular I've spotted here relating to g7. I wonder if I give you guys time to see it, would you spot it here? There's a really powerful forcing move. It's none of this nonsense. I don't think it's queen g3. I don't think it's rook g4 anymore. Although this rook g4 is tempting for looking at the ideas of taking check, check here. I mean, what do we do after that? No, I think there's a really actually clear-cut crushing forcing move in this position. You might want to pause the video here to see what I've just spotted. I'm going to play it in 5 seconds starting from now. I'm convinced it's not double-edged at all. Queen f6. I think that's the one. Queen f6. Because if you look at this, takes, there's check, and then there's mate here. Pretty simple. What else does black do to queen f6 here? We just mate here or h8. I mean, yeah. Let's just do one more for luck today. I think if you looked at the previous videos in this series, I wasn't talking about how something is less double-edged. I think that's an important aspect to make sure that the move you play doesn't give any counterplay at all. It's supposed to be a puzzle. There shouldn't be any counterplay at all. So making sure it's not double-edged, I think that's an important thing. So just one more here. Rook takes f6. Now if rook takes, queen takes, we're on a8. If g takes check, king h8, what's the big deal? So this looks tricky. g4 as a forcing move. Knight takes. There's knight g3. Maybe g4, because if queen g6, there's knight e7 check. The rook's holding e8. Hang on, there's queen f7. On queen f7, there's rook e7. Followed by rook g7. That looks quite convincing to play g4. In fact, it looks as though g4 forces queen f7 for rook e7. But is there anything better? There's also a soft spot again on g7 here, queen g3. Queen takes f5. What about the check first? There's king f7, things like king f7 even. I think g4 looks as though if g4 is forcing queen f7, then rook e7. If knight takes, there's knight g3. Hang on a sec, we just lose the rook there. That can't be right. That rook's loose. So g4 is not as tempting. Aha. Hang on, I've just spotted something with the g7 soft spot again in something I ruled out earlier. That it's a good clue that e6 is dropping off there, taking check, knight g3, queen e6. So it can't be that. But I think there's something else which I ruled out earlier. On a forcing move, I've just looked at it again, and actually factor in that queen g6. There's knight e7. There's a move initially which seems a lot more dangerous now to me. I'm going to tell you, it's rook f6. If takes take, we win that. But if takes, we've actually got there. If takes like that, we've got here queen g3. Now if king h8, queen g7. If king f7, queen g7. Now king e6 there. We could play queen e7. If takes, we've got g4, haven't we? To win the queen. So it looks as though rook f6 is actually not bad. So rook f6, queen d5, picking up a8. I think with potentially with check. So king f8 check. So rook f7 we take with check. So in other words, check here, queen g6, there's knight e7 check, forking king and queen. King h8, queen g7, king f7, queen g7, king e6, queen e7. King takes, then there's g4. There might be stronger than g4. Hold on a sec. In that position, g4 would win the queen. So I'm going to go with rook takes f6. This might be wrong, I don't know. Let's find out. That is the move. Now, as I say, I don't think queen d5 does anything here. I think it's queen g3. Alright, so queen... Now I assume it's queen g7. It still looks good. Queen g7... We chase the king here, queen e7, king takes. We're controlling the e file, g4 check. Let's go with this. Right, so I think, is there stronger than queen e7 here? There's rook e1 check. Rook e1 check looks strong as well, for the same sort of idea. This could be tricky now. Okay, hang on. So queen e7, king takes. G4 does win the queen. I mean, it would be all over surely to win the queen like that after g4. Rook e1, do we really rule this out? King takes. g4. I mean, it seems good as well. I'm going to try queen e7. That is the move. Okay, so g4. Unless there's a mate here, I think g4 is the move. If we play the check, the king e4. Just run out of time, by the way. or something. Yeah, I don't think I got much points for that. Okay, so that was in Reti against Sturk. Nice one. Rook takes f6 from Reti. So either way, it's bad news here. Queen takes d5 wins a8. Yeah. Nice one. Wow, Reti, one of the hypermodernists, a great tactician as well. It seems here there's Queen g7. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the puzzles today. I think I'm reapproaching them with a concept, not just forcing moves, but also, you know, making sure it's not double-edged what you choose. Try and make sure it's not double-edged at all. You know, not backfiring, not giving counterplay. I think that's an important ingredient, perhaps, which maybe hasn't been highlighted in past videos on the series. So, okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.